Something that's been really present with me lately is how we don't need these big pivotal moments, these big aha moments to have life start to shift and change in a way that feels really good and really positive. As someone who's consistently and constantly going through lots of different changes of growth and awareness and noticing, it's been a real eye opener because there's been times when I've wanted to show up differently, react differently, respond differently, choose differently. And I had to have enough awareness in that moment to do all of those things. And I didn't realize that I'd made some shifts and changes until moments later, years later, a month later, a week later, even the next day. I think, wow, actually, I did show up differently. I did choose differently as a natural way of being. And as someone that's been really leaning into that simpler life, softening the nervous system, allowing the nervous system to recharge and reboot when it's needed, then it's an opportunity to really just notice even more what's been reflected back at you and what changes make a difference. I've really been aware over these last few years of the importance of regulating the nervous system, probably as well with the introduction of Kundalini yoga and meditation, which was about 7, 8 years ago, 8 years ago now. I realize that I do have to regulate my nervous system and I have to do it in a way that feels good for me. And you might have a completely different way that works for you. But for me, for example, it is just taking that time away. I've got a real inner strength. I can keep going. I can keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then there comes a point where I have to just close everything down. You know, when your laptop's almost like overheating, overburning, you're like, okay, I actually need to turn this laptop off. I'll just close it down, unplug it, just like give it a moment. That's me. That's how I respond. So it is about literally closing down the tabs, which are like your jobs, clearing the history, clearing the cookies, the cache, whatever that is, clearing all of that. That's what's running in the background, like the subconscious, clearing all that out, all the non-serving, all the stuff that you don't need. Closing the laptop, turning it off, shutting it down. Again, for me, even noticing my environment, noticing even the clothes that I'm wearing, the fabrics I'm wearing, the energy of the clothes that I'm wearing. I wear less clothes. Yeah, I actually do. I actually don't like wearing loads of clothes and loads of layers. That's another story. But the fibers, rather than choosing man-made fibers, choosing more natural fibers. Like I say, closing my space down so I'm not seeing people for some time. I'm not speaking. It's really just shutting down completely. And as someone who has just come off the back of like a 2 week cold, it's not that I come out with like the biggest cough in the world or anything, but my body's just like, And even my mind, I really noticed that my mind was like, not today. It could do the to-do list. It really could actually do the to-do list pretty well. But anything creative, anything that required a workaround, there was just nothing. It wasn't even that I was forcing it. It was just like blank. There wasn't even it's hard to explain, but anyway, it was just blank. And again, I think that, well, I don't think, I know that the more we learn about ourselves and what works for us, and especially in regulating our nervous system, choosing things that work for us, knowing ourselves that if we can keep going and keep going and keep going, is there a moment where we do need to just slow down or shut down? Or maybe we need to do that more frequently. Again, we're all different. But just getting that insight for yourself is just so beneficial and so helpful. You know what's really interesting is I work with a lot of people who need help with all of these things I'm speaking about. And I literally see their jaw unclench, their teeth unclench, their jaw relax, their shoulders drop, and something almost like changes in their face, and it's the heaviness of what they're carrying. It's subconscious imprints that they're letting go of, but their whole physical appearance changes, and then their aura starts to shift. That like electromagnetic field that we all have, everything has, like whether it's I mean, I'm looking in front of me of all our bolsters and blankets at the studio. They all have an electromagnetic field. We do, and it's there regardless. It's pulsing out an energy, and I can see that even just changing. And whether you know necessarily what that means, you might just know sometimes there's people that you want to spend time with, and sometimes there's people you don't. And it might be the same person, and on one day you're just feeling a funny energy from them, or you're just feeling funny around them, and some days you just feel really warm to them. So it's that basically. But working with people and seeing that once they really get to regulate their nervous system, it changes things. It changes what they then start to bring in and build in their life as well. So truly, I don't think we need more answers, especially you guys who are listening to this, people that I work with. We know so much already. We've read the books, we've done yoga classes, we've done meditation, we've done so many things. Yes, maybe we could be more consistent with it, let's say, and that is definitely helpful and beneficial. But it's not necessarily necessary to get more information and more knowledge. It's experience, it's wisdom, it's knowing yourself on such a deep level. But also, it's just stopping and letting go. Stop collecting data, stop filling up your memory of your phone, your laptop, stop filling it up, and just let go and release. Be in the moments that you want to be. Don't perform to people that you don't want to perform to and be around. And just make those choices that are just going to really be so beneficial for you. If you're in a season of changes, like myself, just relax and let it go. Let things land. I'm in such an unusual situation right now, a situation I've never been in before. And there's only so much that I can do. The rest is just to let go and to let things land and let things settle and let things unfold. Because ultimately, I can only do so much, right? Like you can only do so much. And the rest is a case of just letting go and seeing what comes to us, what's drawn to us, because what's for you will not pass you by. So if you do feel pulled to a quieter way of working and living, and this really sings to your heart, everything that I've spoken about, I have opened a couple of spaces for my one-to-one work. It's curated personally and specifically to every single person that I work with. So feel free to reach out. The details are below, and have a wonderful week. Bye.